Hi, everybody. So we're day 2 into this. I think that you've had a few hours now to absorb yesterday's video. And I know that for many of you it was a shock and it's still very scary to you. But I hope that from conversations that we've had or you've had with your managers, you're starting to understand it a little more. I want to reiterate, though, to you all, what a difficult decision this was for the company and for the partners, for myself. This wasn't, to be honest with you, this was not the best decision that the company could have made. The best decision, I guess, really, and certainly speaking financially, would have been to do what many other companies and even medical practices did, which was just shut the doors. That's the best decision. To us, that was not the right decision. The right decision was to do what we did. It wasn't to lop off half of the staff and go forward at full pay with the lucky ones. That wasn't right either. What was important to us is that we take everybody with us and we go together so we can get through this together. So that was our decision. I will tell you, running financial profiles over the next 3 months, the practice will probably lose $5 million. And that's not to say this so that anybody feels sorry for the company. It's just to say this is the commitment that First Urology is making in us. And it was the right decision. It was the decision that says we're going to take care of each other. And we'll be fine. We have, as I said, we've got finances in place. We've got a line of credit established. We're going to be fine. And when this is over, we move forward in a big way. So with that, I think what I would like to do is go over some of the questions that you all have sent in, and we'll clarify a few things. And if there's any other questions after this, then please email them in. I'll keep doing this for as long as we need to. So there was a lot of questions regarding hourly wage versus hours worked. And so let me try to be clearer on that than I was yesterday. Nobody's hourly wage is being cut. What we're going to do is we're going to cut hours worked. So whatever you are making today is what you'll be making tomorrow, next week, next month. Your hourly rate does not change. Because we're not going to have as many patients to see, we're going to have to cut hours. So to be clear, however many hours you work, below 2/3 of what your normal workload is, we're going to pay you that 2/3. If you only work 10 hours in a week, we're still going to pay you what would have been 2/3 of whatever your normal workload is. We're going to go back 12 months. We're going to get an average. If you worked 30 hours a week and going forward you only work 15 hours, we're going to bump that up to 20. We're going to pay you your normal hourly wage for those 20 hours. Now, if something happens or when it does happen and you work more than that 2/3, then we'll pay you for that. If you average 40 hours a week, that's 26.8 hours. So up to 26.8 hours, you will be paid 2/3 of what a normal pay is. Others have asked, if we're working 25 hours and not our normal 40 hours per week, will we receive 2/3 of the pay for the 40 hours? Again, yes, if 40 hours is your normal average, then that's exactly right. You'll be paid for 26, as if you worked 26.8 hours. Um, will we be paid 2/3 of the hours we work starting April 6th, or 2/3 flat rate in relation to our normal earnings? Again, 2/3 of the average weekly hours worked. Will this affect the people working from home in the same way? Will they also receive 2/3 of 40 hours in pay? The answer is yes. Again, if you normally work 40 hours, you will be paid 2/3 of what that normally pays you, regardless of how few hours you worked. On 4/6 of 2020, we are all going to be cut by 1/3. Will that be by hours or pay or both? Again, we're going to cut hours. We're not going to cut hourly pay rate. Someone was wanting to know what's the estimated date for us getting back to normal, restoring the hours. I wish I knew. I hope it's just as soon as we can make it. And when that is, everybody will go back. That's the way we're going to do this together. If I get 2/3 of my pay, can I file for unemployment for the remaining 14 hours? The answer is yes. There's going to be part of the stimulus package, which again is not passed yet, but it will. Part of that will include an unemployment comp benefit. I'll tell you again, I urge you, file for it. If it's available for us, file for it. I don't know what it will pay, but it'll pay something. So I encourage everybody, there's no stigma to it. Don't be embarrassed to file. It's available. Take advantage of it. Also, will health insurance and other deductions like taxes still come out of my paycheck? The answer is yes. There's no reduction in benefits. You're still getting your health care, dental care benefits, but if you pay some into that, we will be taking that amount out of it. If you live in Kentucky but work in Indiana, in which state do we apply for unemployment? You will file for unemployment in the state that you primarily work in. If you go back and forth, whichever you would determine is primarily, I will tell you, if it's half and half, file in Kentucky. I think it's a better rate in Kentucky, so I would encourage you to file in Kentucky. Will we still be eligible for our benefits? Again, yes, still eligible. There's no change whatsoever in benefits. If we take advantage of the Self or Family Leave Act, will it affect our benefits? Again, no. No effect whatsoever on the benefits, regardless of if you're working or if you've stepped away for the Sick or Family Leave Act. Can I change my 401k contribution during this time? Yes. You can. If you want to reduce it, you can give a call to Mark or email him, Mark Reynolds, and he will take care of that. Also, I have read where if anybody wants to take a deduction or a withdrawal from your profit sharing 401k, they're now allowing you to do so at no penalty. So if you need to do that, you can do that, and there will be no penalty to do so. Somebody else sent in something that was a good idea, just a reminder. A lot of mortgage companies, banks, different companies where you may have a loan with them are allowing you to go 30, 60, 90 days deferred without making a payment. It'd be worth a phone call to call your mortgage company or call your bank and see if they offer that, and that might be something that you might want to take advantage of. Can we break up the Leave Act? Like, can I take a week, skip a week, and take a week? The answer is yes. If you can do it by week. If you say, look, I'm got to be at home on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and my spouse is going to take Tuesday and Thursday or whatever. Yes, you can take those 3 days as family leave, and then you can work the other 2 days or whatever the combination is. Yes. Let's see, what else do we have? If I take the leave and things start getting busier, are the ones that didn't take the leave going to get their hours, and will we stay on leave, or will it be called back at seniority? Look, nobody's going to be penalized for taking leave or staying here and working. I will continue to say we are all in this together. When we come back together. There's no penalties. Nobody's going to get the first right to come back. We're all in this together. So no, there's no penalties for staying out. I think that's all the questions that we've received so far. Again, keep sending them if you have them. I'm going to try to get around and see everybody. If I haven't seen you yet, I'm sorry, but I will. Look, as I've said when I've talked to everybody, I hate this. I really do. I hate this more than anything. But we've got to do it. The doctors are doing their part. And in fact, the physicians and some other people are really taking a 70 or 80% cut. Everybody is doing what we have to do to make it through this. So it's interesting. I'm hearing a kind of a rallying cry from some of you all saying, we got this. And you know what? I like that, because that is the truth. We got this, everybody. It's not going to beat us. We're going to be fine. So we'll talk again this way. Stay healthy. I'll talk to you later.